Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Electric Sheep. Let's get things going with the Black Battalion.
The Black Battalion, me and my battalion had fought the enemy day after day, through dust storms, through radiation rain, through the kind of silence that comes before cities die. We were called the Iron Line back then, defenders of the homeland, protectors of what was left of the world after the sky turned red and the oceans went to smoke. We held our ground for 7 years beneath the dying sun, beneath banners turned to ash. Every dawn was an attack. Every night was a funeral. But our walls held. The city behind us, our last refuge, was safe from the nukes. Until the Omega. It was not a bomb. Not in the way the old wars understood. It was an ending shaped into light. When it struck, our defenses melted into glass. I remember the sound of bones vaporizing, the screams cut short before air could carry them. I remember being turned to shadow. And then, silence. When I woke, the world had no color left. The sand was black. The sky was black. Even the blood that leaked from my armor cooled into tar. Around me, the others began to rise. My battalion. My brothers. My sisters. We should have been gone. But something in the core of that Omega fire had rewritten us. The radiation did not kill, it remade. Flesh turned to steel. Eyes turned to embers. Our hearts pumped slow, heavy, molten. We became the Black Battalion. We no longer breathed, but we remembered. We no longer bled, but we still burned with purpose. The enemy thought the Omega strike would erase us, but all it did was forge our vengeance. We marched through the ruins, our armor gleaming with nuclear sheen, our steps leaving footprints that glowed. The wind whispered our names like a curse. When the enemy saw us, they ran. But you cannot outrun ghosts made of fallout. We fought with no sleep, no mercy. Their steel melted before our touch, their bullets bent in the air. We tore through fortresses, burned through convoys, and left the fields black behind us. Some said we were no longer human. Maybe they were right. Maybe we had become the weapon the world needed to end its own war. Now, when I stand on the ridge of the last battlefield, I see no horizon, only the blackened bones of Earth. The others stand beside me, silent. Our revenge is done, but we do not rest, because the dead do not sleep. The Black Battalion only waits.
Well, I really like the way that turned out. Um, in my more recent years, I tend to shy away from revenge stories, but in my younger years, that was all I did for stories was as I came up with stories. I love revenge. Everything was revenge this, revenge that. But so that might shine through every now and then because this is an idea that I've had for a long time now, but only recently have I actually began spinning these stories into reality with the help of old Chat GPT there. Yeah, I'll just say that I like the visuals in this, and there were a lot of the details that ChatGPT added, like the blood turning into tar. That was a pretty cool idea. Flesh became steel. That's another really neat concept that fills the mind with lots of, ideas of being a monstrous undead soldier. Yeah, yeah, I like the way this one turned out. My name is Joseph Arthur Roszell. I want to thank you for watching. I want to wish you all luck in the world. And I want you to remember that I love you. All right. Peace out.